In this video, how to lift heavy at home without any equipment. Coming up. What's up guys, Gert from GertLeroy.com with Master Freediving. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a freediving instructor, I dive from breath. This channel is all about helping you master freediving, including tutorials, stories and the latest news from the freediving community. And today, we ain't freediving, most of you ain't freediving, and probably we won't be freediving for a long time. So, what can we do? We can lift, we can prepare ourselves physically and mentally for the next season. We can only hope borders will go open again, we could start traveling again, and life will return to normal. But for now, at least I can't freedive and probably you can't either. So let's lift. Now, how can we lift? We don't have access to a gym. We most likely don't have weightlifting equipment in the house, Olympic bars, plates, a squat rack. We don't have all that stuff. So we gotta make it ourselves. Now we could buy it, but most online shops are doing golden business. They're sold out, or you have to wait a month or 2 months until you get your equipment. So that's not a solution either. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can use the stuff that is already available in your house to still lift heavy. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Alright, so first of all, for the big lifts, for most of them, you need a squat rack. Now a squat rack is just some kind of structure that holds the bar somewhere at a certain level, like shoulder height. So if you have a lot of stuff available like I have in here, then the first thing you should look for is a bar. Now I have found 2 bars. The first one is this one, wonderful bar. Of course they don't have the typical Olympic measurements, but that's not important at all. The thing is, if it's strong enough and if it can hold the weights, then you're good to go. And the second bar I found is a bit thinner. I use this one for overhead press. The grip is a bit thinner, so it's easier to grab the bar and have a good tight grip. So this is the easy part. You find your bars, that's it, that's number one. Second, you gotta find some poles to make your squat rack. Now if you look it up, squat rack or power rack, you will find quite some robust and sometimes quite expensive structures. You don't really need that. All you need is just 2 poles to hold this bar. Make sure on the floor they can't go anywhere. You dig them a little bit in the floor, and then up there you let them rest on the structure of the roof. So that is how simple this is actually. There is nothing more to it. The only thing I did was putting 2 nails on both sides so the pole cannot go left and right. Now next you have to find the right height to put the bar at, and once again this all comes down to just choosing what you have already available. I was lucky to find 2 of these profiles. They fit perfectly around the pole. I just used 2 clamps. This is very strong, this is very robust, and then on the bottom I just put a little platform, so I'm sure when I squat I have enough stability. So next step is the weights. We have a lot of bricks, stones available. So for instance this one is wonderful. I could just stick the bar in here, but then it wouldn't be all too stable. So what I did is I made a little hole in the back so the bar can go completely through, and I have a quite stable weight. Alright guys, let's start lifting. After you do your warm-up sets, you can put this baby on and the other one. By the way guys, if you like lifting, then I'm sure by now you have tried out some setups by yourself. So let me know in the comments if there's anything I can improve, or if you have other ideas. So we can squat those heavy weights, that's awesome. But what if we want to progress with increments, like for instance the 5x5 strong lifts program, or any other strength training program, whether that is the 3x5 starting strength program, Mark Rippeteau, or even advanced powerlifting programs, the 531 program from Wim Wendler or Jim Wendler. They all are based on the same principle of progressive overloads. If one session you do 60 kilos, then the next session you want to do a little more. And a little more in powerlifting comes down on 2 fractional plates on each side, and a fractional plate is usually 1.25 kilos. So 1.25 kilos, 1.25 makes 2.5 kilos increments. We don't have those weights here. I mean, I don't have any weightlifting equipment, but we can maybe easily come up with something that is more or less 1 or 2 kilos. And in my case, that would be this. I mean, we actually have weights. These are very old weights, 2 kilos, 1 kilo. This is probably just a lockdown solution, so it doesn't have to be the best or the most durable thing you've ever made in your life. Just make sure it's attached to the bar and that's it. All right, let's take a look at the overhead press. So the bigger bricks are too heavy for the overhead press, so I gotta come up with something else. Smaller bricks, of course. So for this particular weight, I would like to have some increments as well, so let's try it out. So we're going to add 2 kilos on each side, which is an increment of 4 kilos. Let's add 2 more. So by the way, the warm-up sets that can be done with these babies here, no idea what's the weight, but they all have a different weight. This is the lightest and this is the heaviest, and they're perfect for warming up. Not so much with squat, because you don't really want to put this in your neck, but for bench press or for overhead press. All right, next exercise, the bent over row back exercise. Weights on the floor, bar on the floor. It's the deadlift. So this doesn't give the satisfaction of a real deadlift. You want to lift heavier to really feel what a deadlift is about. So I don't have another pair of these ones, so I'm gonna have to come up with a solution, combine different things. For the bench press, I need a bench. I need something to lay down on, and I haven't found anything suitable yet so far, but it can't be that hard. So for now, I'm gonna do bench press from the floor. We call this a floor press. It's a nice exercise. It's a different kind of exercise. You don't have the leg drive that you have in a bench press, so this is all upper body. Let's try it out. Wow, this felt really good. I mean, the floor press, I'm starting to fall in love with this exercise. This was awesome. And the 2 bricks are just the perfect weight. So I can't wait to add a little more and create some more strength in the pecs, upper body. Let's go for it. Guys, if you have any questions about strength training for freediving or just to be strong and healthy in general, then let me know in the comments. And if you want to know more about mastering freediving, then hit the round subscribe button here. And here I have another video about squats during lockdown. So go ahead and click on that. That's it, guys. See you next time. Peace.